lie. Stephen A, I get it. I get it now. I get it now. Because for the longest, I really just thought you was just dick riding Jordan and blah. You do not like LeBron. And now we know. Now we actually can hear it out of your mouth that you do not like LeBron. And I get it. At that time, saying it wasn't all the best time to just say, oh, I don't like LeBron. I do get it. But now we know why you talk about LeBron the way you do. You don't like that nigga. You know what I'm saying? And it's now one, I get it. When you don't like somebody, it's only so much you can report. I get it. So, but at the same time, you're fucking wrong, Stephen. You're wrong, bro. You're definitely wrong. But let's get into these clips, y'all. I hope y'all had a great day or whatever you're doing. First clip. We're going to talk about LeBron just addressing Stephen A.
It's like on a Taylor Swift run right now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm watching it.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, you're seeing it as well.
It started off with, I didn't want to address it. I didn't want to address it. I wasn't going to address it. But since the video came out, I feel the need to address it.
Yeah, on fire. You would be not to talk about it.
Are you kidding me? If there's one person that couldn't wait to the video to drop so you could address it, it's your
And one thing I would like to say is never mind.
ass. Like, and like he completely like the whole point.
Yeah.
Never would I ever allow people to talk about the sport, criticize players about what they do on the court. That is your job to criticize or to you're in a position where, okay, a guy's not performing. You know,
that was my point.
That is part. That's all part of the game. When you take it and you get personal with it, it was my job to not only protect my damn household, but protect the players. You know, I think a lot of the media, including him, and I know he's going to be happy as hell. He's going to be smiling from ear to ear when he hears me talk.
This part is funny as fuck.
Talking about him again. Oh my God, he's going to get home and grab some ice cream out of the fucking freezer and sit in his chair in his tighty whities on the couch.
At some point, you two get a chance.
Like, bro, like just.
How do you feel about the way the game is covered and you players are covered?
Okay, he talks about. By the way, I watched both interviews. Go watch this interview. Is so. Honestly, Stephen A. talking about it is good too. I'm gonna be honest with you. But this is why I want to stop it. So this was my whole thing. Stephen A., we told you it was not about Bronny. It's not about you criticizing Bronny. In the moment, yes, Bron was like talking shit about my son. Okay, you know what I'm saying? And maybe he should have worded it better. But niggas don't word shit good when they mad. That's just what it is. He should have worded it better. But it wasn't about that. And you saw the clip afterward that he said as a father. And later on, we will get to Stephen A. say he still stands by that. As a father, he doesn't feel like LeBron should do that. And that is the whole point. You are alluding to, you are definitely hinting at he is putting his son in a bad position. You don't know that kid. You don't know him. So how are you going to fucking father a kid you don't know? But I don't know. You know what I'm saying? At first, y'all, I was like, Stephen A. can't be this fucking stupid, y'all. Because he's had a long, successful career. What is it in the brain that makes him be like, oh man, he's mad that I'm talking about Bronny? No, gang, that's not it. And I got one more clip. It also talks about Wendy, but that's a whole other conversation. I do think Bron was kind of wrong for that 100%, but I get where he was coming from, but I don't know. I feel like Wendy don't do nothing but say good things about him. But it could be something different. Be honest with you. I have 2 clips of LeBron, and I have like clips of Stephen A. Nigga talks about Stephen A. once, maybe twice. I guess you can say twice. I don't know. It depends on how you look at it. This nigga Stephen A. talked about LeBron for 40 minutes at least. I am not joking, but we finna get to it. All right, here we go.
When Embiid, where a reporter came into the locker room and started speaking about, like, I think his brother or something.
Yeah.
Weird is that? Like, so weird. Like, are we taking it to that point?
That shit was strange, man.
We're taking it to that point because people have gotten too comfortable. I think people in the media have gotten too comfortable, especially with our sport. They got too comfortable where, in the day, like, sure, you would never bring up Charles Oakley's brother.
Yeah.
Oakley will smack you through his brother.
And for the young niggas, if you don't know who Charles Oakley is, let me bring a picture of him. The only reason I know who Charles Oakley is because I played 2K for several years. He used to play on the Bulls. This is Charles Oakley. Niggas knew not to fuck with this dude. And I'm not, is this Charles Oakley? Damn. Niggas knew not, okay. I don't know who this is. I'm sorry, I got distracted. Used to play on the Bulls with Mike. Got traded, went to New York, and started balling out. This niggas was notorious for don't fuck with him. Does this look like, this look like somebody they look like Mike Tyson? Does he look like somebody that you could just like bully? So that was his whole point. But that's no here or there. Charles Oakley. And I agree. And honestly, I'm not even going to speak for a reporter stand or a player because I'm neither. But I think people in general have gotten so comfortable with saying whatever the fuck they want to say and be surprised that somebody want to check them. Like the dude who said something about Joel Embiid, brother, are you serious? And Bron goes on to say, like, if they know players of today, they got too much to lose, a whole lot of money on the table. So they feel like, oh, I can just say whatever I want to. They're not going to do anything anyways. And that is a shitty mindset. Joel Embiid should have kicked that man through his fucking chest in GTA. He should have. Because that's, I think is his brother died or something. It's too comfortable. But let's get to Stephen, man. I have several clips I want to talk about. And so this is Stephen A. response.
What's up, everybody? Stephen A. Smith here.
The famous clip, we're going to play that one first. And I'm going to be honest with you. I agree with Stephen A. on this. I do. And he talks about how a lot of people online are like, I know the jokes come first. I get it. They're misconstruing what he said. He said that LeBron will whoop my ass. But if Bron would have swung on me, I would have swung back. And I completely agree, nigga. I don't care if you LeBron, Giannis, Shaq, Wilt, what's the nigga name? Wemby. I don't care. If you swing on me, I'm swinging back. Am I going to lose? Probably. But I bet you I won't be the only person losing something from that fight. Hurting, like, we going to be hurting in that bitch. But, so I get it. But here we go.
Roll up on me.
Yeah.
I had no idea. When he said what he had to say, I was in no position to give any kind of retort without making a scene. It was during the third quarter. Mm-hmm. It was fresh out of a timeout. It was him walking to the basketball court. It was on national television. Right. The cameras were rolling. And had I done something, what do y'all want me to do? You want me to act? You want this to be of Chris Rock? And
of course not.
And let me stay.
I think it's so funny, bro. I don't know if y'all tapped in, but he still got the legend of winning shit up here. That shit is so fucked. But
for the record, that while we bring up that, let me assure you, it wouldn't have gone down like that. Yeah. I would have gotten my ass kicked.
Tell him.
Because had that man put his hands on me, I would have immediately swung on him.
Yeah.
Immediately.
Tell him.
That I'm not going to tolerate.
And I from there, I'm with you, Stephen A. I'm with you, gang, because I'm the same way. We here with ours. And what makes me so sad, not even sad, because I really don't. What makes it crazy to me is 2 years ago, Stephen A. was my guy. Like, I used to really, because I appreciate people who are super confident in themselves, because that's me. I'm super confident. I talk, say what I mean, and blah, blah, blah. Started to listen over like the year and a half, and I'm like, this man, Stephen A. is low-key a clown. The way he talk about, the way he was dick riding Caitlin Clark, which is a great basketball player, by the way. He was dick riding Clark for no reason. He was, the way he was talking about black people, the way he go at people at sports, then be surprised when they be upset. It's like, dog. It's at one point he was saying like, oh, LeBron, in an interview, he was like, oh, LeBron, me for doing my job. Your job is to report people playing badly or people playing, how they're playing. I don't feel like your job is to do it the way that you deliver it. Personally, maybe I'm wrong. But the way you do it now, the way you do it do bring ratings. Yes. It brings money. Yes. It was $100 million man. But with that, you can't just be like, oh, man, I'm just doing my job. There are people who out there their job is to kill people in GTA. People can't be mad at them for doing that. Like, to me, it just doesn't make sense, man. You can't be surprised when you're doing something that's negativity sells. That's just what it is. That's why I refuse to be one of them motherfuckers. I do. But anyways, tangent. Then he goes on to say, and this might be one of the longest segments because I feel like he says a lot in this span. So we probably gonna be pausing a little bit.
If you watch, ladies and gentlemen, and you see it for
he's talking about LeBron, which it seemed a little corny, but oh well, what you should have done, bro, you should have just saw where the camera was and then not looked at it afterwards. But it is what it is.
Yourself. Notice how LeBron is in my face, and right when he finishes, he looks past me right at the camera that was filming it.
Yeah.
Watch him. Didn't even pick that up first go round. You got Markieff Morris to my right, his left. You got
Markieff,
Scott
man.
Brooks, assistant coach, behind him. He finishes talking and looks right up to the camera. Everybody and their mother knew I was going to be there.
And then he talked, and then he, of course, in Stephen A. fashion, he goes off on tangents that just doesn't make sense. I don't know what his point bringing this up was. I think it was to be like, oh, he did this for the camera, because later on throughout he talks about if he was a real man, he would have took me, crazy verbiage, but he would have took me to the back and he would have been like, yo, I want to tell you for what? The shit you said was on a public platform. Why would I do that? I would do the same fucking thing as LeBron. You shit in public, I'm finna embarrass your ass in public. Like this. Stephen A is just in his, oh my God, bro. Like ever since he started like this little take thing, he started getting paid. He just like, reality is just not in there no more.
Because when you sit courtside, the Lakers have an idea of who's going to show up.
Right.
He knew I was coming. And picked the third quarter in the middle of the game.
Mm-hmm.
He has to say to make sure the camera's rolling.
Hell yeah.
And to
LeBron, I did the same shit.
Then look at the camera after immediately saying what he said to me, with me having no chance spawned. We could have went to the back after the game.
Okay, here we go.
LeBron James could have came right over the press row and said, yo, don't leave.
Again, why would he do your shit public,
we gotta have
bro?
a
I'm not
conversation.
that.
And before any of these players or any professional athlete or anybody associated with them says another syllable, think about this.
Okay.
99% of you would have done that. Y'all have said, Stephen A, don't leave. I ain't see you, bro. After the game.
And then, oh man, I love this quote by Sean C. I wonder if I could find it for y'all.
But you got to understand, everybody not going to go the same level of strength back at you. So if you hit somebody with 50% of your strength and they come back with 150%, you can't be surprised. You don't know this person. You don't know where they've been. You don't know how they react to things. That's why they tell you keep your hands to yourself.
I'm trying to tell you. We going to say it right there. He goes on to say more shit, but keep your hands to yourself. Because you cannot be surprised, bro. This is fucking nuts.
LeBron didn't want that.
No.
Because LeBron would have had to deal with my response. And my response would have been, you did this. This ain't me. Don't put this on me. Why the hell are you?
There we go.
You putting your son in this position knowing we got to cover him. If we don't cover him, we ain't doing our job.
And I don't like this take because, again, you're alluding that you know more about what's good for Bronny than Bron does. And it does shut the fuck up. Like, did it ever occur to Stephen A, hey, this kid can actually handle it? Did it ever occur that LeBron knows his son? Did it ever occur to you? No, it did not, because you hate LeBron. And I said, that's cool. I hate people. People get on my nerves all the time. But for you to seem like you're just I'm trying to think of you're this equal across the board person. You're not going to let personal biases affect what you're saying. It's bullshit. It's so fucking aggravating, bro. Oh, also he says that we're going to try to finish the clip. He said what he got to say.
Why would you do that? That's what I would have said to him. But he didn't want a response.
You don't need a response.
He didn't want that.
When you fed up, I don't want to hear nothing you got to say. I'm going to hear what I got to
Because
say.
LeBron wanted to give smoke. He didn't want to take any.
Nope. Fuck that. What for what?
What am I talking about?
Oh, God. Y'all got to see this.
I have even more nuggets of info to give y'all on that point.
Right.
Brother don't like smoke. He just likes to give it.
Right. What are you talking
Typical
about?
bully mentality. It ain't working with me. What am I talking about exactly? I'll tell you right after this break for my sponsor.
Hold on, I'm sorry. I fucked it up.
Exactly. I'll tell you right after this break for my sponsors.
Right after this break from my sponsors. Stephen A. Golly, man. Oh, man. This man's a fucking fool. This man's literally a fucking fool, bro. So then he goes on to tell, and like I said, I watched both, so I know. He goes to say that LeBron didn't want him on the podcast. Basically, he was like, hey, y'all don't have to come to my podcast. I'll come to yours. I think the shop he was talking about. And why would he want Stephen A? Now, this is a nigga from me, a nigga like me. If I don't like you, why the fuck would I want to talk to you on a podcast? What, 1 hour minimum? I want to talk to somebody I don't like for 1 to 2 hours? Hell no. But I think that's all I really got to say, man. Stephen A. Oh, last thing I would say. One thing I don't like what this new age of people are doing, they like to weaponize their community. And I guess it's been going on for a long time, but it's been more prominent with the DDG situation, with Hallie's situation. Niggas like to weaponize their community. This nigga was like, where is it?
Kings don't get blames. I guess that's why he's not my king.
Get the fuck off my screen, nigga.
I got more to say about some things he said about other people during this interview with Pat McAfee in a minute, right after I pay these bills.
God damn it.
Run an event essentially with Jim Grayson.
Damn, I can't fucking find it. I thought I had it, y'all. I'm so sorry. But basically, he talks about, hey, y'all gonna let him get away with that? He's live right now. Well, he was at the time. Y'all gonna let him get away with what? You're trying to weaponize the people you're watching to go and harass Bron, and that shit is not fucking right. And on God, I wish I could find a clip. I might still try to find that motherfucker. Hold on. I guess I can't. Oh my God, but it's somewhere at the end. He says it. You believe me? You cannot believe me, but like I say, I watched the whole interview, so I know he said it. But I think that's all I really got to say, man. I appreciate everybody for coming through. What was so interesting about this is that we rarely hear, to me, it feels like before the last couple of years, we rarely hear from LeBron. We rarely hear LeBron shitting on nigga. But so this was like, God damn. Like I say, he was going on Wendy about Wendy saying that he went with Nike because of Jordan and all this type of stuff. He spoke his mind. So it was a great watch. I'm not gonna lie. But like I said, we're gonna go ahead and get up out of here. I appreciate everybody for coming through. Till next time, I'm out.